Welcome, petrolheads and lovers of the weird and wonderful. I'm Lukas, and today we're celebrating the most unexpected cars ever to grace Top Gear. Forget the Ferraris and Lamborghinis, these are the oddballs, the underdogs, the cars that made us laugh, gasp, and sometimes question the presenter's sanity. From tiny city cars to indestructible pickups and home-built disasters, these vehicles proved you don't need a supercar badge to steal the show. We'll revisit iconic moments, epic fails, and the most memorable motoring madness. These aren't just cars, they're characters in Top Gear's wildest stories. Buckle up, this is going to be brilliant. Let's start with a true legend of chaos, the Reliant Robin. On paper, it's a practical, economical three-wheeler. In reality, it's a rolling punchline. With a plastic body and a lawnmower engine, the Robin's main feature is its eagerness to tip over at the slightest provocation. Every appearance was a suspense thriller. Would it make the next corner, or would it flop onto its side like a sleepy dog? The Robin became a running gag, a beloved misfit in Top Gear's garage of oddities. Watching celebrities wrestle it around the track was pure comedy, terror and laughter in equal measure. It was the great equalizer, humbling even the most confident drivers. But the Robin's crowning moment? The Space Shuttle Challenge? Yes, they strapped rockets to a Reliant Robin and tried to launch it into the stratosphere. The result was less Apollo 11 inches and more exploding garden shed, but it was unforgettable TV. The Robin failed spectacularly, but in doing so it became a symbol of British eccentricity and ambition. It wasn't about speed or style, it was about the joy of watching something so wrong go so hilariously wrong. The Robin proved that sometimes the worst cars make the best television. It rolled, tumbled and crashed its way into our hearts. A true three-wheeled hero, unstable, ridiculous and utterly legendary. The Reliant Robin, a car so flawed it became a star. It's proof that you don't need perfection to be unforgettable. Every wobble, every tip, every failed launch, pure Top Gear gold. It's the car that made falling over an art form, and for that, we salute it. The Robin is a reminder that sometimes the most entertaining journeys are the least stable ones. It's not about winning races, it's about making memories. And the Reliant Robin made some of the best. A legend not in spite of its flaws, but because of them, the ultimate wobbly wonder. From fragile to unbreakable, enter the Toyota Hilux. This isn't just a pickup, it's the automotive equivalent of a cockroach, impossible to kill. Top Gear's challenge, could they destroy a battered old Hilux? They tried everything. Drove it downstairs, crashed it into trees, drowned it in the sea. Each time it shrugged off the abuse and kept running. They set it on fire, dropped a caravan on it, smashed it with a wrecking ball. Still, the Hilux refused to die. The final test, placing it atop a tower block and blowing up the building. After the dust settled, they found the Hilux battered but alive. And yes, it started. The Hilux became a legend, redefining what it means to be tough. It wasn't about speed or looks. It was about sheer, stubborn survival. Farmers, explorers and aid workers around the world took notice. The Hilux became the go-to vehicle for anyone who needed reliability above all else. Top Gear didn't just review a truck, they created an icon. The Hilux's indestructibility became the stuff of legend. It was more than a car, it was a monument to engineering. The Hilux proved that true greatness isn't about flash, it's about never giving up. It survived everything, and in doing so became one of Top Gear's most surprising stars, the ultimate survivor, the unkillable pickup. The Hilux proved that sometimes the toughest cars are the most unforgettable. It's not just a vehicle, it's a legend, and it earned its place in Top Gear history the hard way, by refusing to die. The Hilux, indestructible, unstoppable, iconic. A true Top Gear hero, the last truck standing. Now, from the unbreakable to the unbelievably tiny, the Peel P50, the world's smallest production car, it's less a vehicle and more a motorized suitcase. With 3 wheels and no reverse gear, its main feature is a handle, so you can pick it up and turn it around. Top Gear's genius, sending a 6'5" presenter to drive it, inside the BBC offices. Watching him squeeze in, knees by his ears, was comedy gold. The P50 zipped through corridors, into lifts, and even crashed a live news meeting. It redefined the city car. Why park outside when you can drive to your desk? On London streets, it looked like a lost toy, dwarfed by everything else. Driving it was an act of bravery. You were invisible to other drivers, but the P50's charm was irresistible. People smiled, pointed, and laughed wherever it went. It was impossible to hate. Too small, too cute, too ridiculous. The P50 wasn't about speed or practicality, it was about pure, joyful absurdity. It made a serious point too. Do we really need big cars for daily life? The P50 was just enough car for one person and nothing more. It was a bundle of joy on three wheels. Top Gear turned a forgotten microcar into a TV legend. The P50 proved that being tiny can be a massive advantage. It was impractical, unsafe, and utterly brilliant. A tiny car with a huge legacy. The Peel P50. Small in size, giant in impact. Sometimes the littlest cars make the biggest impressions. And this one drove straight into Top Gear history, the ultimate pocket rocket. Time for something completely different. The Aerial Atom. Imagine a car that's just a chassis, an engine, and four wheels. No roof, no doors, no bodywork. The Atom's philosophy: add lightness, then bolt on a supercharged engine. The result? Acceleration so violent it literally rearranged Jeremy Clarkson's face on camera. That moment, his cheeks flapping, eyes wide with shock, became an instant classic. You can't fake that kind of reaction. The Atom's speed was pure physical truth. It wasn't just fast, it was a sensory assault. The wind, the noise, the raw connection to the road. Driving the Atom was like strapping yourself to a missile. In an era of ever more insulated cars, the Atom was a brutal analog reminder of what driving could be. It wasn't just a straight-line monster either. Its featherweight build made it corner like a racing car. Agile, precise, and utterly thrilling. The Atom set a new benchmark for raw speed and driver reaction. That image of Clarkson's face, deformed by G-forces, is one of Top Gear's most iconic moments. The Atom proved that sometimes the most surprising thing a car can do is be so good at its job it leaves you speechless. It was a face melter, a game changer, and a true star. The Atom wasn't about comfort or luxury. It was about pure, unfiltered performance. It was the ultimate driver's car, distilled to its essence. Top Gear didn't just test the Atom, they survived it. And in doing so, they created one of the show's most unforgettable moments. The Aerial Atom proof that speed can be shocking, hilarious, and utterly brilliant. It's not just a car, it's an experience, and it left its mark on Top Gear and on Clarkson's face. The Atom, the car that blew everyone away. Sometimes the best surprises come with no bodywork at all. The ultimate adrenaline rush. Our final star isn't a factory marvel. It's a home-built disaster, the Hammerhead Eagle Eye Thrust. Built by the presenters in a shed, it was a chaotic attempt at an electric car. The result? A Frankenstein's monster of old parts, milk float batteries, and questionable design choices. It looked bizarre, drove worse, and had a range of about 5 miles on a good day. The iThrust's studio reveal was shambolic theatre at its best. Wind turbines, a central driving position, and an interior that would make a gibbon uncomfortable. The real comedy came during official safety tests. It failed everyone spectacularly. Handling, dangerous. Comfort, non-existent. Safety, don't ask. But the iThrust was more than a joke. It was a parody of early electric cars, highlighting real challenges with a wink and a nudge. The presenters bickered over its flaws, each blaming the other, turning the car into a character of its own. Its final act running out of power almost immediately in an endurance race, forcing the team to push it around the track. It was a glorious failure, and that's what made it brilliant. The iThrust embodied Top Gear's spirit, ambition, creativity, and the courage to fail spectacularly. You don't need a big budget to make TV gold. Just a shed, some bad ideas, and a sense of humor. The Hammerhead Eagle iThrust, a terrible car, a great story, and a perfect Top Gear star. It was a rolling disaster, but it made us laugh and think. Sometimes the best cars are the worst ones. The iThrust proved that failure can be legendary. It's not about winning, it's about trying and laughing all the way. The ultimate homemade misfit, a disaster, a triumph, and a true Top Gear icon. The iThrust so bad it's brilliant, and that's why we love it. And there you have it, Top Gear's most surprising stars. From wobbly three-wheelers to indestructible pickups and home-built disasters, these cars proved that flaws make for the best stories. They're the glorious misfits that made Top Gear unforgettable. Which surprising car was your favorite? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more automotive adventures. Until next time, drive safe and never be afraid to love a car that's a little bit different.